Hello, hello. Can you hear me? It's me. Hello.
Hey, can you?
Hello, hello. Can you hear me?
Perfect, thank you.
Hello.
It's me. Hello.
Hey, can you?
Hey, sound check. Hello. TV here. Can you guys all hear me? Hi, everyone.
Perfect, thank you.
Hello.
Hey, sound check. Hello.
Coucou.
TV here. Can you guys all?
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the ultimate IndieMash Game Contest. First of all, thank you so much, Raffaele Andrade, for this amazing opening music. And throughout the whole evening, she will play between the games to have an amazing musical intermezzos. And now, of course, for the show itself. Also, hi for the people at home, by the way. We're in a theater now, so we have a live audience, but we also, of course, have the people online. So hello. I will explain a bit about the show itself, because the Ultimate IndieMash is hosted by Sickhouse. And I think it's a good idea to start a little bit with the history of Sickhouse and of the Overkill Festival. So you all know a little bit what we do, who we are. Because 13 years ago, the first edition of the Overkill Festival happened. And at that moment, it was kind of a big LAN party with a lot of friends. They came together and they played. And over the years, the festival grew. So we included art, live music, technology, films, sort of everything actually, hence the name, the Overkill Festival. Also, we gave every year a specific theme. This year, that theme is Radical Joy Resistance. And after a few years doing all these festivals with the themes, we thought, why not make that research around the theme like a full year-long program, so people can see what we're doing throughout the whole year and not only at the festival. And that is how Sickhouse was born. A place for the community in Enschede to come together and play together, but also a place for makers and creative people from all over the world to come together as well. And all the things that we do here, so throughout the whole year, that will come together at the Overkill Festival. And one of the things that this year, of course, will come to the Overkill Festival is the winner of this game show. Yay, applause. So a few years ago, when it was still the pandemic, we started this particular live show as an interactive stream to show how amazing creators are even during the pandemic. And as I was a big fan myself, the show was heavily inspired by the Eurovision Song Contest. Now, since then, we've decided to distance ourselves from the Eurovision Song Contest, not only because we don't really see the point in representing a nation in this context, but also because we were very upset and extremely saddened by their complete silence and even censorship about the Palestinian situation. We as Sickhouse condemn war-based capitalism and the genocidal violence in Palestine and elsewhere in the world, and we object to censorship and repression of peaceful protests at universities. So at the bottom of our live stream description, you can find links with resources and information about the current situation and how you can help. Now, with that being said, our #1 priority is giving a stage to unique and diverse indie game makers all over the world. And oh boy, do we have a cool collection of makers here tonight. 12 to be exact. And soon they will present their games one by one in a 3-minute presentation. And during that time, you can also ask questions in the chat and about the game. And after their presentation, Marie-Jeanne, who is here, is one of the co-directors of Sickhouse and the Overkill Festival. She will join them in the, yes, of course. She will join them in the green room and ask one of your questions to the contestants. And the presentations will be in 2 blocks of 6 contestants with a musical intermezzo by Raffaele in between. And after the presentations, it's time for you to vote for your favorite game. For only 5 minutes, the lines will be open, and the link will be put in the YouTube chat. And for the people in the theater, you will get a QR code with how you can vote. Don't hesitate too long, though, because the lines are only open for 5 minutes, and then we will close them again. As you can see behind me, we also have an amazing jury here. Yay, jury! These are Zureida Buter, Mathilde Patuelli, and Karel Millenaar. I'm going to introduce them really quickly as well, because Zureida is the founder of the playful culture organization Zoe, co-founder of Women in Games, the Netherlands, and was the worldwide executive director of the Global Game Jam between 2010 and 2014. In 2020, she won the Indicate Game Changer Award, and currently she is the program curator for the Amaze Festival in Berlin and the co-founder of the Playful Arts Festival in the Netherlands. And yeah. And next to her, you will find Mathilde, who is a social designer and researcher whose work explore reality perceptions, social constructs, and human interactions. She finished her bachelor in industrial design cum laude on the University of San Marino, and her master's in social design at the Design Academy in Eindhoven made her win the Best Thesis Award. And next to her is Karel, who is a game designer and visual designer. And with his company Force Labs, he designed games, playful interactions for big commercial companies like Philips, but also for cultural institutions like the University Museum in Utrecht. He works also as a lecturer on both the Amsterdam University of Applied Science and at the Utrecht School for Arts.
You're in front of Karel. Exactly.
I am very sorry. So these jury members will all also vote for their favorite game. That will make a total of 50% of the final results. And you, as the voters at home and in the theater, you vote for the other 50%. And during the voting time, Pablo San Gregorio, who is the co-founder of Studio Shaman Garage, will give... He will give a little presentation about their game studio, because last year we as Sickhouse supported the studio in realizing their game financially, but also with guidance and counseling from professionals in the field. And so he will talk a little bit about that process, how it is to work with Sickhouse and the Overkill Festival, and what he has more in store. But I think we had a lot of information, and I think it's time to start the actual show. Yay! So, without further ado, I will introduce the first contestants. Our first contestants of the evening are Florence Nichols and Younès Rabii, and they are a duo of game designers and researchers located in France and the UK. And for this game, they drew inspiration from their own expertise from both being a designer and being an archaeologist. And ultimately, they made a game out of making a game. Take it away.
Wait, this is like my first attempt. And I think Florence is now there, and bring Younès to the stream.
Can we share our screen? Is that possible?
You should be able to also, and I will join.
Hopefully you can see that. You can see that click to start screen.
Yes. 2 little seconds. I can see your screen already. Wait. Good, we could see. Dun, dun, dun. Joining the stream. I'm here. Florence is here. I don't know what people see. We want to see this. Younès, where are you? We lost Younès. I have to leave. I'm coming back, Florence. Okay, this is the first time, and then it will be very...
Hi Mary, you
very
need to take me
smooth.
to...
Yes, I'm taking you with. Wait. Sorry, I thought I did it. Aside stream. Are you going? Come on. Yes. Right? Yes. Okay, bye. Okay. Professional TV. Dun, 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 dun. We're almost there. Yes.
Yay.
All right.
Right.
Wait. I have to do a little view thing. The speaker should talk. You can share your screen. Yes? Are you ready? I mute myself and I come back in 3 minutes.
Is our stream going?
We see your screen.
Perfect. All right, let's go then.
Yes, good.
Let's go.
Excellent. So, a long time ago, on the island of Crete, archaeologists found a mysterious object. They called it Phaistos disc.
It's not mysterious.
So you know what it is then?
There are numerous theories.
Huh. You can just say you don't know.
Anyway, it definitely wasn't a board game.
But it's our job to make one.
I won't compromise on historical accuracy.
Okay. I think a strategy game makes sense. We should do that. One player should play Phaistos, the other should play Minotaur. That makes sense.
How predictable and anachronistic. The game design should reflect the archaeological context. A ritual object, a divination game.
I'm not so sure about that.
Perhaps our esteemed audience can help. Which game do you prefer? So, the audience in the theatre, now it's your chance to tell us which you prefer, the first option or the second option. If you prefer the first, clap. If you prefer the second, then cheer. So are you ready? 3, 2, 1. And you chose the first option.
You unlocked the concept of divination.
Just as I predicted. The Phaistos disc should be a divination game.
All right, then we just have to put all these ingredients together to make a new game. It's a game about movement, there's some element of chance, it's a game you play with an opponent, and there's this new concept, divination, we can put into the mix and see if this new game compiles. This is how game works.
Success.
Interesting, but how is this new game working? What are the rules?
So I ask a question, for example,
how will we win the ultimate IndieMash Game Contest? We all want to know.
So I roll a dice and interpret the meaning of the symbols in the cells I land on.
I see. So what does that one mean?
Well, you can find out by playing the Phaistos discussions.
Well done. Well, please vote for us. And we're ready to take any of the questions. Thank you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Thank you very much. They were, I don't know if you could hear, I don't know who hears what, but we could hear you very good. The crowd was actually indeed clapping when you said they were clapping, so it sounded... Anyway, I had a paper with my question for you. Yeah, I did this afternoon Google about the Phaistos discussion and what you wanted to talk about. But I was curious, so now that you did this presentation, is this disc the main board of the whole game? And then is it, yes? So I understood it, right?
Yeah, so we kind of actually prototyped various different possible games that you can design based on the Phaistos disc. So yeah, the possible games that you can have are all based around the real artifact.
All right, very nice.
Yeah.
And is it actually, do you think this object was actually a game? Or is it something we know? Or is it something we assume or think?
Some people think it is, but most likely it wasn't. So it's interesting that we took a premise which we kind of know isn't true. But the idea is like you've got an archaeologist and a game designer together are still trying to make something out of it. With this tension between what would be potentially good game design, but also what might be sort of like drawing from the archaeology itself.
Very cool. I check quick if there's question in the chat that people say amazing game, love it, very exciting, clap, clap, clap.
Oh,
So
yay.
no question. I think this is our time for now. Thank you very much, and stay with us for all the other super cool game. And
Thank you.
good luck. Thank you.
So much.
Okay, now it's the next. I have to leave this room. Everybody have to leave the breakout room. And I think this is when Niels should talk. And
I should talk, yes. Thank you so much. It's always hard to be the first one, but I think this was really awesome. And we're gonna go to the, yeah, that was a terrible joke. Anywho, the second contestants of the evening. I'm really sorry. The second contestants of the evening are Louisa Teichmann, who is a Rotterdam-based cross-media artist who primarily works with location-based games and interactive narratives. And together with Sophie Allerding, who focuses mostly on live-action role-playing and storytelling, they created Eixogen, a mix between games and technology that uses the public space as a venue for games. Yay!
I'm not ready. This is too fast. I'm sorry. Louisa, where are here. Straight. Okay, Younès is still in. Okay, we are with Younès was alone in the stream. No, Younès is back here. Okay, everything's good. Dun, 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 dun. Come on. Yes. Wait, because this is good here, but this is not yet good here. Yes. Okay, I will just do it like this. I hope I'm not. Yes. Louisa, you hear me?
Yes, do you hear me?
Yes. Are you sharing your screen or not?
No, we're using only the camera.
Yes. Perfect. And you just have to wait 1 second. I put you in full yes. Yes? Are you sharing your screen or not?
No, we're using only. Okay.
No, Louisa, you have the YouTube on, or the stream?
Student stream on.
I can hear.
Oops. Rookie mistake.
We don't do this here.
We were confused.
Yes, you're a full screen, everything is cool, and it looks fantastic already. Yes.
Great.
Okay, you can go.
Ready? Hey, we're coming from the future and we want to tell you what's going on in our world.
Imagine this. Every bit of your being, your footsteps, your heartbeat, is sensed, and a constant question in the air. Are you where you should be?
We are in the year 2030 and Rotterdam transformed into a smart city. A few years ago, Project Eixogen was launched, a citywide network of interconnected smart light poles, which are collecting behavioral data. Through the Eixogen travel app, citizens are seamlessly guided through the bustling city streets. Never have to search for a free parking spot or conveniently guided to the next shopping opportunity.
In this transformed reality, citizens have become users of the cityscape, each possessing a personalized user ID that meticulously logs their every movement and interaction within the city.
The city streets now feel like a grand stage where every action unfolds according to a hidden script. Citizens are voluntarily participating in this production because they are rewarded with ether credits.
Even when the sky darkens, the city remains awake, its smart poles flickering like mechanical fireflies in the jungle of buildings. Any disturbance of the movement patterns is noticed and directly addressed to the Eixogen Network's control center. You feel like an Amazon parcel. Every route is planned, calculated, tracked, and traced. No way to escape.
Yet, in the underground of the automated city, resistance thrives. A group of outliers, deviants, rebels, and mavericks have formed around the 868 underground
and illegal
online radio station. We are Wire
and Spin from 868 megahertz underground radio collective, and we are on a mission. We are trying to find our friend Nine. She went missing, and we think it has something to do with the tech giant Eixogen that is taking control over the city.
You too can become part in our underground radio collective. In our secret meetings, we do broadcasts in which we discuss current events and strategies of resistance. Together, we explore alternative modes of moving through the city and communicating outside of Eixogen's pervasive digital infrastructure.
Our friend Nine is trying to communicate with us, and she's leaving traces and clues for us to uncover in the city. So we need your help to solve the mystery. Come and join us on our urban drift and network wanderings.
So I have to do this other little thing. And now we're together. Yay! And you hear me. Yeah, thank you very much. It was really exciting. I had to think of a lot of movies. I like that you wear this Aliens t-shirt, which is an ambiguous thing. And I don't know if you saw Demolition Man, but I had this in mind, like a lot. Thinking about your project. I will check the chat. Maybe there's a question for you. I know it's late. The chat is delayed, so this will be my question all the time. Now I realize.
Okay.
But I was wondering, this happened, or you created for Rotterdam. Is this something, how do you imagine, I don't know if you both know Enschede, but Louisa, I know you do. How would you imagine this in a smaller city that is way more cozy than Rotterdam? Or, you know, like, how do you imagine then this project being in another city?
Well, it's interesting because Enschede was actually the original inspiration for the
Of course,
game.
of course.
Because Enschede has this smart traveling app called Enschede Feeds that's connected with the traffic network of the city.
Okay, I take
If you're
notes,
a
I have no idea.
user-
Enschede feet?
Enschede Feeds. If you're a user of the app, then the traffic lights can turn green for you to make you move faster, and that was kind of like the first inspiration.
Nobody knows here. Nobody's aware of this. You have to do the game here. The ignorant of Enschede. Sorry. Come on. It's like. Okay, it's like revolt here. Okay, so sorry, I stopped you.
Yeah, so I think it can fit. Of course, Rotterdam has a bit of more like a maybe like a. I think sometimes it has a like Blade Runner-y vibe, but I think we can make the shoe fit in Amsterdam.
Yes, of course. Cool. Thank you. I think everybody's now checking their telephone and the Enschede Fiets app. Thank you very much, and I will try again to bring you to the other side. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Louisa and Sophie. So the next artist connects art and technology to make people move. Through projection and motion capture, she creates immersive environments, encouraging people to move, communicate, and touch. She aims to dramatize her own experiences and challenges social boundaries. Live from New York City, this is Claire Kwong throwing Between.
Yeah. I know this is. I know. We're getting there. I'm getting a little faster. Did you see? Come on.
Hey,
No. Yes. Wait.
can you see my screen?
Wait 2 seconds. Florence is trying to come in. No. Wait. Oh yeah, so you're good. Just 2 seconds before we start. So I see you're gonna share your screen, right?
I am, yes.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, and
Great.
I let you speak in 1 second. So, hop, and I'll let you share your screen now. You can go.
Yep. It's sharing. Do you see it?
Yeah.
Shall I start?
Yeah.
Hey. Thank you all. I'm Claire Kwong. I'm coming to you live from New York City. I need to press play. Between is a game that uses projection to illuminate the space between two people. I created this as part of the No Quarter Commission at NYU. I've since showed it at Playtopia in Cape Town, South Africa, and I just showed it last week at Amaze in Berlin. I miss Berlin. I'm so happy to present it here in IndieMash, even though I'm remote. So in this game, two players sit face to face on a projection on the floor. And when they hold both sets of hands, they create a shape in the space between their bodies. And they must move this shape to fit that box on the floor. I'm using a Kinect mounted above to detect people's silhouettes. The idea for this game came because I wanted to make an installation for two people. When I think of projection art, I think of big, sweeping installations. I wanted to do the opposite, an intimate experience that only fit two people, where two people could have a conversation. I also wanted to make a game where people touch each other, but it's very hard to make people touch. Society establishes strong barriers against it. I'd made a few games before that made people made people move, but they didn't touch. So I decided on a simple mechanic, holding hands. Touching another person's hand felt as safe and socially acceptable as I could get, while still feeling a little transgressive. I wanted players to experience two sensations at once, projections on their skin and the skin of another person. When I showed Between, I was so happy that people touched. People told me it felt very intimate, almost romantic, or even sexual. They told me they felt closer to each other after playing the game. Someone even told me that they hooked up after playing this game, which is great. Even I felt closer to people after playing this. I played this game with a stranger in Cape Town. It felt awkward at first, but then we sat beside the installation and we talked for a whole hour. So I'm interested in creating social games because it allows people to do things that they normally wouldn't. I am shy, I'm socially anxious, and I'm a little bit touch phobic. So making this game is a way for me to connect with other people. I felt closer to people after playing this game, whether they were strangers or close friends. I think it's so important to bring people closer together as our world gets increasingly divided. Touch brings people closer together, like nothing else does. It's a form of radical, joyful resistance. Thank you. I can stop sharing now.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Beautiful, beautiful project that I could play also last week, so that was really nice. One little question. You said you create an intimate situation for the people who play the game, but somehow then it ends up in festival and there's a lot of people watching people playing. Is this something you're also curious about, this layer, like the people around, or does it matter? Or
absolutely, it becomes a performance for other people. So I was interested in performance art before getting into games, and I really like the idea of like moving in a weird way in front of other people. For like audience participating, like more people can watch than participate. So it really becomes a performance, and maybe they're curious to try it themselves, or maybe they don't ever want to do that. There's always that dimension if it's in a public place. So I think that's really interesting. I'm curious to explore that in future projects.
Cool. Thank you. I just share a few of the comments, like people said they played at Playtopia and at Amaze and they loved it, so they're very enthusiastic about your project. Just because I just had, like you said, you're creating this project to overcome your shyness. Now you're making people touch in public.
Yeah.
What's the next game? Where are we going after this?
Okay, I want to make a game that has no technology, just bodies.
Ooh.
I feel like that would be so scary, but easier, for me.
Okay, I don't want to say it, but it might exist already. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Claire. It's really fun when we did the process of like getting all the contestants and stuff together. That people are literally from all over the world. And when we had the tiny meetings before, for me it felt really cool because we were always in Enschede and we were doing the projects in Enschede. But then I had a meeting with somebody in New York City and then in South Korea. And for me, I felt like a wereldburger. That's you say that in Dutch, like a person who's everywhere at the same time. That was really nice, and I'm very happy that this time we really get the chance to show these projects from people all over the world. That's really amazing. Oh, well, I say that we're going back to the Netherlands now, because I forgot. But the next game is made by Tim Buhrs and Jordy de Waal, and they are a development duo based in Breda in the Netherlands, and they love to create kind, wacky, and over-the-top games. And through their studio, Jampigs, their goal is to make accessible and inclusive games that bring smiles, laughs, and joy to all the people who play them. Oh my God, yes.
Yes.
Yes. Hello.
Wait,
hello.
wait,
Can
wait,
everybody
wait.
hear me
Yeah,
and see?
yeah, we can hear you. I just we can see already
Oh.
that you're sharing your screen, so I just show your face to everybody. And you can, so you're gonna share the presentation. I'm gonna put you in small on the bottom right. And
Yes.
then I have a question for you afterwards. Chook. Wait. Doo-doo-doo. Okay. And it's you can go.
Yes, I can go. Perfect. Well, hello everybody, and thank you for being here. I'm excited to present to you our upcoming game, Footsy. Well, first little introduction. Who are we? I am Tim, and I'm making this game together with Jordy, who unfortunately couldn't be here. We've been making games together for about 8 years now, but since 2 years ago we started taking it a bit more professional and released our first game, Garden Buddies, which is a game about making small fruit friends and helping them become happier. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about Footsy today. So you might think, oh, Footsy, that's like football, right? So you must like football. Well, no, I actually despise football and can't stand to watch it at all. And you might think, okay, you might like playing football games then. No, not a thought in my mind. But did I like playing soccer or football as a kid? Well, yeah, that was a lot of fun. Just kicking the ball around, having no rules, and just pure out chaos and fun. And that's what we're kind of striving to bring back with Footsy. So a little gameplay video. As you can see, you start by making your own character and then picking one of the rooms in Grandma's house to completely demolish while playing the most chaotic game of soccer you've ever experienced. So you can kick the face around, destroy the TV, everything in the level is interactable, and yeah, trains run through stages, there's a wall in between, so it becomes like tennis. So we really try to make every room very different. So yeah, that's Footsy what we're presenting. It's a 1 to 4 player video game with a lot of game-changing maps. Kind of the vibe that we're going for is like the chaos and wackiness of like a gang beast, but together with the fun and competitiveness of a Rocket League, but with the cute and wholesome aesthetic of Animal Crossing. We want the game to be endlessly replayable. So we want to have level missions, and we want to have a lot of unlockable outfits and even some ways to customize your matches. For example, you can have power-ups, you can make the game short or long, and play with or without furniture. We really want this game to be completely customizable to your wants. And as I mentioned, power-ups, want to make it so you can make your character go super fast or make the opponent super small so they can't hit the ball. Or make sure the other opponent gets slippy feet so they slip and slide all across the stage. Yeah, where we're currently at is we're entering the production phase with a playable game right now that we've already showed around to a lot of different local and international events. And we've play tested with people who are 9 years old, but also 60 years old. One of our key points is accessibility, so we want to make sure that everybody from every age range can experience the fun that we're trying to make here. But yeah, we're still not done. We still have a lot of things to do. We have a lot of costumes to add to the game. We still have a lot of maps to add to the game. And yeah, we just want to bring joy to the world with our silly little soccer game. And that's it. Thank you so much for listening.
Oh yeah, we have to do the upload again, please. Sorry, we were muted. So, thank you very much. Very nice presentation. I do want to play, but I have to say I want to play in my grandmother's house and break everything. That was obviously one of my questions, but you answered, like, is this something you were doing as a child? How much does your mother support this project? But no, I wrote something down. You said there would be different levels, and I was like trying to wonder, okay, what's the difference between the first level where you break everything in the living room and the next level? How do you level up?
We want to make sure that every level plays a little bit different. For example, one of them has the train running through it, which makes it very hard to get from one point to the other. One has a wall in between, so you have to shoot over the wall and do some high kicks. And every level kind of has a different gimmick, so it changes up the gameplay and doesn't become still and repetitive. Okay. But the breaking everything is still consistent throughout every level.
Yes, yes, of course. Oh wait, we have a question in the live public here.
So,
tell us.
So my question is, when I was a child and we were playing football indoors, we broke also a lot of stuff, but we were always trying to cover up the damage.
Are they, so I think the question is, are there consequences in you breaking everything in the house of the grandmother?
Currently not. Currently we're keeping it a fun little silly party game that's just nice to pick up and play. But we are possibly planning a little story mode with a little grandma boss fight at the end. Possibly.
Ooh.
But
very interesting. Could be dangerous, but yeah. I wrote it down, both grandma. Thank you. I double check the chat. Yeah, there's not so much question in the chat, but people are also very enthusiastic. Somebody says cute outfits. I don't know if it's about you, the characters, I don't know, but cute. And yeah, enthusiasm in the chat as well. Thank you very much. Let's go back to the main room.
Thank you so much. Have a good night.
Thank you so much. And Tim said a very important thing. When people apply for this specific show, the game doesn't have to be fully finished yet. We just want to know that the game will be happening, but also that we get people excited. Also, if the game is not finished for like another month or another 2 months, that is totally fine. We just want people to get really excited about the projects and about the games. And with that being said, we're going to our next contestant, because the next game is RORO. It is brought to you by Youngju Kim and Hoyun Cho. And for 5 years, they studied game design in Germany. But due to the pandemic, they went back to South Korea, where they are located now. These pandemic experiences heavily influenced the storyline of this game. Their studio name is Loopntale, and it is also currently 3 a.m. there, so I won't talk any longer. Take it away, if we can.
Almost. Sorry. We're almost there. People can hear you already. Hello.
Hi.
Nice. Yes, we can hear you. Welcome to this to the podium. Are you gonna share your screen?
Sure.
Yeah. Then I do this.
일단 데스크탑을 하고 지금 게임이 없으니까.
Yeah, it's working. We see your screen. It's wonderful, and I put you on the side.
Hey, sorry. Actually, game trailer. Can you hear the sound and everything?
I can hear you. I can't hear the sound of the video.
We call our games essay games. When creating games, we experiment with stories based on our daily experiences. So RORO started from our midnight walks during the pandemic, seeking places to walk Without masks, we stumbled into an urban development restricted area. There, under the bridge, we encountered a stray dog. Oh, but you cannot hear the sound. Oh, no.
다시 공유를 하면
You didn't hear anything at all?
Okay,
Oh, you didn't
okay.
hear what I said? Okay. Okay. And yes. So yeah, that's how we started this project, and we're gonna share the gameplay. Do you think it's gonna be working?
게임을 먼저 플레이하고
아니야. 바로 해야 돼. Okay.
We see this.
Okay. And the sound?
Yeah.
So the AI was left alone. It was collecting records about A. So the character's name. This is the hub created by AI. So if you move the character like this, so you are collecting some story scenes, and then you can find new object in the hub. And this one's gonna create another version of A. And then and each of this version of A can move to different location. And I'm gonna show you this one. So this is weird office without corridors for contract workers. And if you water the plants, you can see some rumors in the room. Or you can find some clues. Or you can see some hidden objects too. I'm going to briefly show you the oops. And then so you collect some seeds of the stories and then come back to the hub. And then you're going to see another object coming up so that you can choose the version of the stories. I think this is it. Thank you. Thank you. I'm sad that you couldn't hear what we explained about the background.
I think we heard you most of the time. So I think
okay.
Yeah. It was maybe the sound of the game itself was not totally smooth, but your voice was perfect.
Okay.
Very nice. So if I understand right, you started this. I was not sure if it's the game is inspired by the time of the pandemic and your
Right.
night wandering. Is this
Right.
did you start the game also during the pandemic, or is this like afterwards you thought, oh, let's bring this weird episode of our life into the game?
After the pandemic.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, and now no, that's good. After how is this like something that keeps on evolving? I like in the game that you don't see actually the world you're in, and then if you enter a room, it looks like then it sort of give light to the room next to it, and then if you go further, you see a little bit further and further. Is this how you midnight walk felt, or?
Well, we met this stray dog, and then we realized there are lots of living things around, like in the dark bushes, but most of them were like stray animals or like legally classified as harmful wildlife. And I mean, looking after them isn't considered beneficial for the ecosystem. Our interest in these things may have stemmed from seeing reflections of ourselves in them. So we had this story in the night walk, also has some story from weird office that we used to work as a contract workers.
Okay.
So this games captures many of absurdities we faced in society, I think, and formatted as urban legend.
Nice. Very.
So they're actually really fun people, but it's 4 a.m. So we are like.
No, I mean people also are uploading in the stream. We are very aware that it's. I mean, yeah, we thank you very much for joining us in the middle of the night. It's very nice of you, and I think it kind of fit to the game. This like middle of the night. Not that it was in purpose, but it kind of fit.
Yeah.
So thank you very much for joining us. I think there's a lot of like you have to experience it to yourself in the game, but we're very curious. So I don't know if you will stay for the whole rest of the show. Otherwise, sleep well. But thank you for joining.
We're gonna be here.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much. And we are almost having our mid-section break. We will do one more contestant now. And we're flipping all over the world to Argentina now. Because Laura Palavecino, she is our next contestant, and she is an Argentinian visual artist, professor and researcher. And she specializes in technology and experimental games. Besides this, she is also the co-founder of Women in Gaming Argentina, which is a networking community that brings together women, trans, and non-binary people. Her game, which is called A World Without You, provides a glimpse of the forced disappearance during the Argentinian military dictatorship through a lyrical and a romantic experience. Are we ready, Marie? We're slowly getting ready.
Yes.
So after this performance presentation, we will go have the intermezzo of Raffaele, and that will take about 8 minutes, and then we will come back for the second block of contestants. But first, it's time to go to Laura.
Hi, Laura. You are on the main podium. I will let you take the floor. Just one question. Are you sharing your screen or talking?
Yes, I'm sharing my screen.
Okay.
I prefer a video.
Yeah, very good. It's working. Up, I put you on the side.
I will, without you, purchase a very affectionate cat search for the whereabouts of her human, who disappeared in the context of the last military dictatorship that ruled Argentina from 1976 to 1983. The story starts during the 1978 FIFA World Cup that was hosted and won by Argentina. A World Without You refers to the feelings, emotions, and memory of a female cat feeling with both love and grief over the disappearance of her human friend Maria. I don't want to say the word owner, but that is what she is. So this cat actively looks for Maria by the means available that our new friends could carry out. Struggling not to starve, questioning her non-human and human companions, and even talking to objects while critically reflecting and actively observing the passage of time. During this journey, players explore a house, gardens, customs, and suburban locations typical of Argentina. The game provides us a glimpse of social processes and circumstances related to the episodes of enforced disappearance during the military regime, such as football as a form of mass entertainment and a popular distraction device, the emergence of the mothers and grandmothers of Plaza de Mayo, the surveillance operations carried out by the security forces, and the theft of various identities. My intention with this game is to address an ecological interspecies point of view, mentioning a painful episode from the perspective of the non-human beings around us, giving voice to flora, fauna, stars, and objects after reading some work of Vincent Fred, Donna Haraway, Mark Mangold, Alenda Chan, and Timothy Norton. I also wanted to experiment with the representation of the passage of time, classical music, and larger illustration, pushing the boundaries of the minimalist style that the PC engine imposes upon us. Finally, I would like to propose a playful installation as a way of inhabiting and interacting with the game to bring our soul back from the realm of algorithms. This special setting to play the game includes a plushy toy cat and rose as a transitional object to connect us with the story by means of love, embodied connection, and gentle gestures, such as caresses. You can play it alone or holding hands with friends as long as one of you caresses the plushy cat and another the rose. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I have to admit, it was not totally easy to understand. It's a sound issue, it's not you. It's like so I will, if I ask question and that you said it, I'm sorry. But just then it helps the people here really understand the game. So we could see very good. Yeah, it's not on you. I think it's like we have to deal with it. So it's, but I was really intrigued. So one thing, one comment I had first, I think it's very beautiful, the contrast on the topic that is a little bit heavy, and the style of the game, the beatsy, like very delicate and really simple. I think this is a very nice way of inviting us in this story. So this I thought, because I played a bit the game at home, so little advantage.
Thank you.
And now for the second part, like you brought this cat, like this physical cat.
It's here.
Yes, hello. So this is having a lot of success here, the cat. I was curious. This I'm not sure I understood. Is the cat then? Is it like a controller? Do you have to pet the cat to go through the game?
Yes. When I first started this project, it was a point and click, and that's okay. I work a lot in the narrative and the story and the concept for the philosophy background. But I also continued working and also proposed this using toy cat as a mean to control the game. So you can carry it and then you navigate around the game, you
Very cool.
dialogue, and also you have to touch a rose because the rose is very important in the game. So it's like a mean of connection, for keeping the memory of those beloved ones when are no longer with us.
Yeah. Very beautiful. I thank you for clarifying this, but I think it's a very exciting and very beautiful way of playing, just petting the cat. So, thank you. I double check if we have question in the chat here, but no, still no questions. But people are very enthusiastic. You have supporters from somewhere where people speak Spanish. Also, I can't understand. And Claire thinks this is the cutest owl controller. So that's for you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Laura. It was really fun when we wrote all the descriptions about all the different games. When we made the selection, we wrote like in the bottom, "There is a cat," and that really helps. that was really amazing. We are now going into a musical intermezzo, but before we do that, I just want to say, don't leave yet. We have 6 more contestants coming up. We will talk to the jury later, and then we will find out, in the end, who will be the winner of the ultimate IndieMash Game Contest. But I think it's time now to give the stage back to Raffaele. Take it away. Okay, that could have been louder. One more time for Raffaele. Thank you so much. I'm looking at Marie because we're going to introduce contestant number 7. And contestant number of it's not one contestant, it's quite a big group actually. I don't know if they're all here, but the studio is a big group because the next game is called Kitchen Royale. And it's made by a group of creative technologists from the University of Arts in London. Their studio, Newlyz, focuses on physical-based games. So they believe that to some extent, traditional keyboards, mice, and controllers limit the playability of games. So they commit to using alternative controllers as an extension of touch, breaking conventional interaction methods, and providing players with a new game experience. And don't forget, at the end of all the contestants, we will get the voting link, and then everybody can vote for their favorite game. And then you have to come to the Overkill Festival to actually play them. Are we ready, Marie? Not yet. Yes, we are, actually. Okay, bye.
I think we're here. Have to bring this one.
Are we starting now?
People can hear you now, and you are full screen, and you just have to let me know if you're gonna share your screen or if we talk like this.
Yeah, I like to share my screen.
Okay, then I do this
Please
little
wait a second.
thing.
Can I see the screen now?
Yes, nice.
Okay.
强度有点高，过爆了，我给你调低点样子。
Are we starting now?
Yeah.
Oh, of course. Yeah, hi, this is Newlyz Studio, and I'm Kirix. This is Livia and Katerina, and we have Violet here, and she's actually in France now. And today we're bringing to you a physical-based game. And this game ideas come from childhood memories of playing with food in kitchen. We notice that kids sometimes will swing their arm in circle to fight against each other, and we think that this can be made into a very interesting game interaction. So, with the help of this rotary encoder and with the help of Arduino, we mapped this action of rotation to our game controller. And here's our game video. See, enjoy. Yeah, so that's all. Thank you very much.
I don't know. Where are you?
Done our presentation, and here comes questions.
Yeah, I lost you. So I'm sorry.
What did you say?
I lost you, so I'm trying to find you back in all the screens I manipulate, but you're, I don't know. I can't see
Sorry?
you. I can't see you anymore.
Because I've ended the screen share in the chat room now. Do you want me to share the screen again?
You see me still?
Yes. Yeah, I can see you in the chat room.
Cool.
You can't see us.
I mean, I can ask you a
Maybe
question, and then people hear. But the thing is, people here don't see you
that's
anymore.
good. That's good.
Yeah, because I was not 100% sure I understood everything. First, I think you should work with the team of Footsy. That thinks like that would be a nice mess altogether. But one question I had, like, are you also creating the sound with the controller?
The sound. Yes, we made the sound and the background music, and when the time you hit the player, they will give some feedback. We also did that.
No, so it's not like, because it looked a little bit like a CDJ, like a DJ table. So I thought, oh, it's the controller controlling the way you move and the sound you make, but it's totally not this, right?
Sorry, what? Sorry.
The controller, so you created the box, like the circle that you have to turn to control the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. The way when you turn this circle, what are you actually controlling?
Yeah, when we turn the circle, maybe let's say we move it clockwise, and your character will move rightwards and also swing his weapon clockwise. So that's how you play. You can use your weapon to attack your enemy and beat him to. Yeah.
And then the objective is to destroy your enemy or to.
Yes.
Yes, obviously. Stupid question. Thank you. I don't see question in the chat. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit disturbed because I can't see you anymore. But I will fix this. Thank you very much for your presentation.
Thank you.
Thank you, Studio Newlyz. We're almost going to contestant number 8. But before that, I am very curious with the jury how they are doing at this moment. Mathilde.
I'm doing great. Thank you very much.
How is it going so far? Are you creating, like, do you the point system that you have, is it working well for you all at the moment?
I mean, it's a process, I think. I'm having multiple little icon and drawings and points that I'm trying to frame within the scale of evaluation. But yeah, I'm waiting for all the presentations to be over to make
a full conclusion, of course, yes.
I'm a fan of everyone, to be honest, for now.
So you're going to have a little bit of a struggle in the end.
Might.
I will come back to you later again. So Zureida and Karel, just prepare for that. But for now, we're going to contestant number 8. And this next contestants are called Studio Bolland. And they are actually an animation studio who about 16 months ago added indie game development to their portfolio. From dogs peeing to on objects to gain territory, to a dark comedy adventure where a man keeps dreaming he's going to be in a plane crash, they focus really on creative, visually strong prototypes that have short and fun game loops. So from South Africa, here to present their game, Yeah, I've Seen That, this is Studio Bolland.
I mean, this is the right person, but we are not at the right place. So 2 seconds. It's always look good. Yes. Up. Exactly.
Hello.
Hello.
I will share my screen.
Wait 2 seconds. We don't see it yet. Da, 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 da. Yes, yes. We see your screen.
There you go.
Very
You got it.
good.
Alrighty.
Yes, yes, yes.
Hey everyone. My name's Rich. I'm all the way from the bottom of Africa in a country called South Africa. It's good to be here. So we made a game called Yeah, I've Seen That, which is a party game for movie lovers. And basically the idea is that you have to convince your friends that you've seen a film, even if you haven't. And I'm going to attempt to play a video. I don't know if the sound's going to come through, but here we go. Ooh, there we go. So how the game works, right, is everyone selects the movies that they have seen. You get about 10 movies every time you play, and you select the ones you've seen. And then we've written an algorithm which selects about half the movies that people have seen in the room and half that haven't. So you get a good mixture of people who've seen it and people who haven't seen it. And you get points for every vote you get correct. You get points for every person you convinced, and then you also get points for every person you fooled. And yeah, we've tested this out at Playtopia in South Africa and had a lot of fun with people. And yeah, we hope that this resonates with you too. Thanks so much for listening to me talk. And there's lots of rounds. This is just kind of one showcase that we've done. And this is the team. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you very much. Wait, so if you stop sharing your screen, we can get back together on the...
There we go.
No, we're not getting back together. Yes, it's here. Okay, we're back like this. Very nice. I mean, already since a few weeks now, we are, especially in the Sickhouse team, we're very excited to play this and to lie to each other. But I had a question about, because now, I mean, I guess it's in purpose in the video. We did not have the sound, but we could imagine a lot. I mean, the movies are very famous. Somebody who tell us that The Shining is about a ballerina. I don't know how they can convince a lot of people. So I was curious if there would be point for creativity. Like, I want to give this person points, even though I know they did not watch the movie, or they pretend they did not watch. Like, there's different level of lying.
Yeah, I think the creativity comes in when you haven't seen a film and you kind of have to bullshit your way through. And there's where your creativity can really shine. And you also, even if you have seen a film, you have to remember it properly. You can't stuff it up.
True.
And so there's a lot of creativity in just thinking about a film and trying to explain it very quickly, the key parts of it.
Yeah, exactly. So does it happen often that the people actually saw the movie, but actually the way they tell it, like, is so bad that it doesn't work, or that it's like not exactly?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, I sometimes watch a film and a week later I can't even describe what it was about, and so I'm really bad at this game. But it's more than just the points, you know. It's about having fun together, and that's why we created it.
There's a question in the chat. Somebody asked, how many movies did you watch as a team to make the game?
Gosh, probably, you know, I had to do my research, so I had to watch thousands of films to make this game possible.
So can you tell us the story of The Shining? You have 10 seconds.
It's Jack Nicholson breaking through a bathroom door.
Yes! You watched it! Thank you very much. Good luck with the game. And we are going out of this break room.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. As you can imagine, with this game, but also with all the other games, when we did the selection, it was so much fun. And that's why the choices were really hard, because all the games are so much fun and so inspiring as well. And they have so much different backgrounds of where the stories come from and what the ideas are, which is really beautiful. And I want to say, speak about backgrounds, but that's not really true. But what I am going to say is that KATPATAT is the name of the next collective. In Dutch, it means cat fries. It's based in Utrecht in the Netherlands, and they are a group of 3 people that all have backgrounds in game development. So they make interactive installations, experimental games, and playful arts. And they are intrigued by the liminal between the digital and the real world and its perception. And they love to add some absurdism into the mix. And we are now, we're doing the little waiting dance.
Two little seconds, and we hear you now. Very good. Yes. Yeah, I just bring you to the full screen, but we hear you very good, and now we see you very good, and I see this is not a sharing screen situation. So I do this little thing.
It's like a...
Very cool. Are you ready? Then it's I'll let you start.
Yeah, we're ready.
Yeah, you can go.
Yeah. Okay. So, hello everyone. I'm Neander, and I have Lisa and Teichmann with me. Today we'll be presenting BADABEAM, which is playing in the background. And Lisa and Teichmann will be playing. They're not lazy on their phone. They're playing the game. Yeah, BADABEAM is a projection mapping game or game platform, and it's all about having games that are easy to interact with and are on the space between the physical and digital. So what we did here is take our golf game, and we integrated, we found some stuff in the office, we put it in front of the screen and created the level around it with our level editor. So that people can play around it. But we can also imagine it on a big building, like in this video.
Nice.
Like this was in Berlin. It was a huge projection, 10 by 5 meters big, and people were playing the game. And but you can also imagine, we did it at Sterk, like a boulder hole. So you have all the holes and the big modules where you can climb on. And after the climbing session, we did a full entertainment session with the game. So the games, as I said, BADABEAM is a platform for games. So it's easy to interact with through your smartphone. So you connect to our network, you grab your smartphone, go to the a URL, or if you scan a QR code, and then you are dropped into the game. And as Teichmann is showing, you get a little interface on your browser, and that's how you control every game, actually. And for the games, they are all small, not small, fun, simple, colorful party games. And they must be really playful. And the idea is that it's super easy to join at any time. So you can always drop in the game, drop out of the game, and your points will be saved in the scoring. It's multiplayer. This particular game is up to more than 50 people at the same time, as long as we can find them, of course. It's in the browser. This game is about a golf. And the idea is that you move your little ball around the world and grab as many disco balls as possible. And you can also bounce into each other. You can stick to the wall. We have changing rules. It's super fun. One of the other games we did, we showcased at Cinekit, was more tailored to kids. It was Salabeam. You control a little salamander. And this is also where we had physical controllers, where the kids could have a physical controller or an iPad in which they control their salamander, and you can cut off each other's tails and steal each other's heads. And it's like a sandbox game where you make your own rules, which was super fun for the kids there. And we're also working together with a partner called Light Up Collective here in Utrecht. And we're working on a collaborative painting tool within this software. The idea of BADABEAM is that it's connecting the physical world and the digital world, and connecting people within that in a playful way. So there's more connection. And there are endless possibilities for games. We're in the future we want to make a race game or yeah, maybe like another kind of golf game. I don't know, a lot of stuff. So yeah, this was our presentation about BADABEAM.
Thank you.
And thank you, and thanks Lisa and Tituan for demonstrating how you play.
Thank you.
Can you end up from here and give
The thunder.
All right.
So I get back to this. Thank you very much. It's very exciting. Oh, you're super small now. Hello.
Yeah.
Very exciting. I was wondering, I have two questions for you. I was wondering, what did the public, like the people, the players, did they influence you in creating the next game? Like, did they give you ideas of, like, in terms of interaction and?
Yes, I think definitely every time we show it somewhere, a lot of people come up with new ideas, like, oh, you could do this, you could do that. Something which like people often ask if they could like customize their character or like give them a name or update a picture. So that's definitely something we're going for with in the future again. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's fun to get feedback from people and just
yeah,
integrate new ideas, and we always come up with new ideas too. So.
Yeah, and they always start imagining like, oh, this could be this, and oh, because it's like such integrated into the world. Oh, I know a super nice location where we can like do this game, or like I have an idea for like something weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, it's also very nice how like this one project is actually like a multiple project that change depending on where you are and with who you play. This is a very interesting way of like developing the games. I had like another question. What's like the coolest place you projected or you played the game?
The coolest
place, like the coolest building, like where you map this project.
I think the biggest might be coolest. I think we did we used two video projector to do at Stir. It's like a climbing hole place.
Yeah.
Like the video we shown, and so I think it was very nice because it was super big, and we can make even bigger. Like our dream will be to make it super big in a full building, for example, because it can just increase. We can scale it. Have it super big, cover a full area, and then have 50, 100 player maybe play together. And Stirk was the first time we tried it with several video projector.
Yeah.
So it was very cool, and also it's just a nice place to use all the holes as obstacles and stuff. I think it was
and like it also influenced like the route that was being built there a little bit.
That's true.
Yeah.
So it was like also a nice collaboration with the people making the stuff. Yeah.
The people themselves are also quite nice.
Yeah.
Cool, very nice. Yeah, I can imagine this grow very big. I was thinking like we were training the sound, and I was thinking, oh yeah, should we do this on the Eiffel Tower? And I said, oh, what a stupid idea, projecting on the Eiffel Tower would work. But then, like this big monument in the world, like you have your game in the pyramids, and then you can play for 4 sides.
The pyramids. Maybe in a few
yeah,
years.
we definitely think big, like. Very nice, thank you. I double check if there's a question in the chat, but that was pretty clear. What? Oh yeah, like, somebody does ask this. Like now you said, what was the coolest place where you projected? But do you have like a dream location that maybe we can help you reach this dream?
Yeah.
Yeah. The Domtoren.
The Domtoren.
The tower in Utrecht. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah. Well,
that would be really
for
fun.
many years.
Yeah.
It was super fun.
No, I think one of our objective will be to do it in a city, like outside in a public space, so that anybody who come by can interact with it and play with other people who just happen to be here.
Yeah.
So it will be very fun to see how people react and how it works, and like just a context of just a city installation, like a public installation.
Cool. Somebody in the chat invite you to the Table Mountain. So here you go, big space.
To the what? Sorry?
The Table Mountain. I think this is this big mountain in America.
Will be
in South Africa.
So
why not? I think you have to talk in the chat with Simon, and then something's happening here. Yay!
All right, cool.
Cool. Thank you very
Oh, thank
much.
you.
Good luck with this
Thank you.
ultimate IndieMash.
All right. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. It was really fun, the Table Mountain and the Dom Tower. The Domtoren is one of the a very famous big church in the middle of the Netherlands in the city of Utrecht. I once had a date with a guide there, and then he took me up at 12 o'clock at night. It was really fun, but I was really afraid of heights, so I almost fainted. Anywho, our next contestants are Sureksu Games and Team Spicy Bubble from Argentina. And they absolutely love music, movies, and video games. And you can really see that back in their work. They seek and accompany independent developers working on games focused on unusual, innovative mechanics and diverse and inclusive themes. So here, I made a little rhyme. Here to present Blink and Die Replay, take it away.
Here as well.
We hear you very good. Yes. Hi. Welcome to the podium. Are you gonna share your screen or talk from?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So then I do this little.
We're going to share the game. Please tell me if you hear the sound of the game.
Very important.
So I see your screen.
Okay.
I hear the sound. It's not.
Great.
It's not perfect.
Okay. It's great. We can.
I hear it. I hear it. It's
Okay. Great.
Okay.
So we're Sureksu, a studio based in Argentina. This is Irene, the director, and we have Kwong, the artist, and I am Fer, the sound designer and producer. Blink and Die is a musical bullet hell. It burns from the seed of the experience that we have playing Super Hexagon. There is an arcade game where you have to move a little triangle and just dodge the bars, right? So in Blink and Die, we have the experience of that Super Hexagon has an amazing gameplay and an amazing soundtrack. If you didn't play Super Hexagon, we really recommend it. But of the Super Hexagon make a game that we could play at the same time that we are the experience of listening to music. So Blink and Die is like an album. Currently, it has like 10 tracks, and the future of Blink and Die is that DLCs or future updates, we make like singles or full-length albums, or maybe the release of 3 or 4 tracks with different artists. Every track comes with the unique visual identity, and we only that use that. Well, there we. Okay, we're going to show you another level. Oh, this is the most difficult level, so it will be really. Okay. But as you can see, every level has their own level design, and also the visual style. Okay, that was. Can I play? I will love it. You wanna play? Okay. So this is my favorite level. This has a more orchestral look. And through the gameplay, you have to first of all just listen to music, and also you can collect some lives. Okay, I died. Sorry. We can retry, yeah, really bad. I'm kind of anxious. Yeah, but yeah, the game is made for, currently it's for PC, but we want to release it here. We are, sorry, I can't concentrate. Oh, there's like. So it have a minimalistic with the control. You only play with one hand. In this case, it's the mouse. But if you play with VR, you can be the dot on the middle of the screen, controlled by your point of view. And it's like you are moving your head and you're moving the player. But yeah, the basic idea of Blink and Die is like a super hexagon mixed with a music platform, let's say like Spotify, but in a much lighter way. And the idea is that in the future we could have just different release of albums that has its unique level. I don't know how much time left we have, but that will be
Ready? You're ready. If you want to add a little something, you can use 10 seconds to finish up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we will release the demo next month, maybe,
Yes.
for PC.
Yes.
And maybe in 2 or 3 months, we release the demo for the VR version.
Very good. Cool. Wait, I bring you back to the screen that we can see each other. No, that was not this. Oh yeah, if you stop sharing, then we can come back together to the screen.
There we go.
Oh, no, that was disappointing. This is not. So, and I disappeared again.
Yes.
Wait, I did something wrong, I guess. Yeah. Yes, you're here. Hopla. Yes, we're together. Thank you very much for this presentation. I mean, you said it a little bit at the end, but we were curious here. How do you control the game? Now you said there's a PC version and a VR version. What are the controllers?
Yeah, so in the PC version, you have the mouse, and you move your mouse, and the mouse moves the center point of the view.
Yeah.
Right? And we have the Oculus. Yes. In the case of VR, you control the center point with, depending on where are you watching, let's say.
Yes. 1 minute.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the idea is you put it and you just play with your head. So you have the hands free. But the idea of the minimalistic.
Very nice demo.
So the idea is the mechanics are simple but difficult to master, and you can listen and enjoy the soundtrack.
Yeah, very cool. I mean, I think it's very excited. The people in the chat are also very excited. Everybody feels like this might be a little intense, and now I think, ooh, in VR, this is like another level of intensity. Did you? Is it also working with like motion sickness, or this totally doesn't come into a?
Yeah, well, the motion sickness is really a problem, but we.
VR version is.
So yeah, the PC version is. obviously easier, but in the VR, some people have shown motion sickness, but some other don't. And as you can't move in the space, you are placed in the center of the sphere. It's kind of not so sickening, let's say.
Yeah. No, I mean, I want to trust you because I don't really want to try it, but I'm already thinking, ooh, what's gonna happen?
Right.
But yeah, it's very exciting, both.
But
like-
yeah, it depends. It have an option for sensibility. So if you, that makes a little, let's say, a problem to fix. But for some people, if you move your head like faster, maybe if that don't sync with the point, it's kind of weird. But we are tweaking it.
Okay, very nice. So we have to wait a little bit for the PC and 3 months for the VR, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you very much. Also, like, yeah, I don't know. I like also that it's like some kind of like way of creating, releasing music in a very original way. So that's all very exciting. I double check our chat here to see, but yes, exactly. People are really happy making some animal noises and clap, clap, clap. So thank you very much.
Amazing.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you to you. Thanks for having us. We are having a really good time with this show.
Cool.
Thank you so much. And Marie already, like Marie is keep on checking the chat for questions. So again, you can always ask questions in the chat. But I also want to highlight Jari, who is our colleague, who is the moderator of the chat. And so she makes sure that everything goes well. So can we give it up for Jari? We need also some claps in the chat, of course, because that's what Jari sees. Well, she is here. She also sees the rest. But let's now introduce the second to last contestant. We are going back to the Netherlands for a bit, where JB Gambier, that's a terrible pronunciation, I'm sorry, he is originally from France and he is based in the Netherlands. As a graduate from the Design Academy in Eindhoven, he has his own practice where he makes playful furniture and installations, and they are inspired by entertainment media. He usually starts with imaginary worlds and scenarios that he then materializes into objects using simple materials as wood, cardboard, and tape. And in his storytelling, he communicates visions as a designer and as a maker. And in his work, he's researching the value of working and the value of not working. This is the Sticky Glade 3D.
Welcome, welcome.
Hello,
Everything
can
is,
you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you. Perfect.
I'll
Are you
show you
gonna
my-
share your screen?
Let's do it. You just have the sound of it.
We hear you and we see the screen.
You just have the sound of the game?
No,
No?
no.
Okay. Okay. Well, I will be fine this way, I guess. Let's just jump in. There we go. I'm just gonna do a small walk around this world I created, which is called the Sticky Glade. It's a strange, immersive place where you can basically work around and discover a new town that is being to be built with some wooden duct tape. There's this guy here. Hey. Hey, welcome to the Sticky Glade. Recommending me to walk around. Okay, fair enough. Cool. This guy reminds me of someone, but I can't remember. Fair enough, okay. Thanks for helping. I'll just walk around and discover here, do a little walkthrough of the forest here. And there's a new place also. This guy is still here, actually. Here is the distraction room. Place where you can use wooden swords to destroy furniture during 1 minute. A place of discharge indeed, but also a place to reflect. Because once the minute is over, you will have to repair it with duct tape. Repair what you break and consider the value of what's made for you. That's what it means. Sounds fun, but not today. The room is closed for now. That's a shame. I wanted to try, but it's, yeah, well, I'll come back another day, I guess. Curious to see what's in there. And then there's a little construction going on over there. But I would like to check also this other part of the forest. It's a long way, actually. Oh, what is this? A huge cardboard box just pulled down on the ground. I wonder what's happened actually over here. I'm just going to continue go on the path. Another cardboard box, just stamped in the soil. What happened? Oh, more cardboard boxes. They just fall down from this strange universe. Hey, good to see you again. Yeah, there was a long walking date. Here is the city of Cargo Land. Strange world ruled by logistic companies, showcasing the global transit where everything is shipped in constant motion. Therefore, there's cardboard everywhere. That's why. Don't you think it's so absurd? It is very absurd indeed. But it's actually a nice view though. I could just sit down here and actually I could also go all the way to there, but not for tonight. So it looks really far up. Yeah, it's a nice walk over here actually. I could just sit down and just wait here, like this. Just please. But that's it for now, actually. And yeah, I'll just stop the game right now. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's it for this demonstration. That was a little walkthrough of this game I've been working on. Thank you very much to everybody who was here to watch and listen. I hope you had a fun time. And yeah, currently working on this thing now for a few months, and yeah, well, more things will happen in the City Glade 3D for sure. It's hope to be released soon. Project.
Nice. This was indeed like one of the questions. So this is a world that it keeps on growing, like you keep on building in there, or is it already open to the public, or is this not yet?
No, for now the game is under development on my own. That's why I was streaming it directly from the editor. And but I actually aim to have this game also accessible someday through Steam and itch, I guess. But for now it's still ongoing. I'm implementing basically a lot of pictures and 3D models I'm making from objects I've been doing in my practice for the last years. And this place acts as a sort of gathering of all my projects together into this very surrealistic, contemplative place, which I just showed you around. So it also aims to be something a bit more immersive, that you can just go there and sit and contemplate. It's basically a walking simulator.
Yeah.
Somehow.
But inside your work somehow. This is also a very nice idea. There's like a way of documenting your physical work, and then that allow us to visit it in the digital environment. I find this very interesting. Now I'm very curious. What are those cardboard boxes you're making?
Right?
Yeah. Right.
Strange,
That really works.
No, it's so strange, man. I would really like to go to this city, but yeah, I will need to probably make a transport or something to get there. Quite far away. So it's a whole travel. It's going to be a whole adventure exploration place that is under development now.
Nice, very cool. I think we could not hear the music, so I'm sorry about this, but I'm looking forward to.
That's a shame, but that's okay.
To be able to walk in there again.
Yeah.
Yes. So thank you very much for your presentation, and I double check. Somebody's screaming, so there's something. I have to do something. There's 2 questions in the chat. Somebody's asking, when is the alpha out?
The alpha out.
Give us a
I
date.
hope within 2 months, I guess. Actually.
2 months. So
a few months.
Sorry.
By this year, by the end of this year, I think.
Okay, 2020.
By the end of this year, we can have a playable version online.
Very cool. Very
Hopefully,
cool.
this is my very first time showcasing it also tonight, so it's under development showcase, basically.
Very cool. Thank you for sharing it with us. Very nice. So a little bit of patience, people. And Louisa is asking, what is the gameplay? But I guess when you said it was like a walking simulator, you kind of answer the question. I don't know if you want to add something to this.
Yeah, as I said, it's a game. That's why it's a shame that you didn't get the sound, because the sound was really also immerging you within the world, because it was also music and sound effect. But it's like, as I said, a sort of a walking simulator. We just walk around and explore and interact with the people and the objects and try to understand what is this place, what does it mean, what does it says. But there is no proper game experience. It's very much more of a visual and atmospheric experience through the freedom of just walking around, basically.
Nice. There's a lot of enthusiasm. I think you have a little group of fans in the chat. People want to play with FedEx boxes. People are coming back in 2 months. So now I'm sorry I threw these 2 months at you, but you have.
I'm glad to hear. Thanks to everyone in the chat. Appreciate
it. People are looking forward to come in the world. Thank you very much.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. See you around.
It's really fun that this program also gives people new deadlines, which I really like. Like, yay, let's go. We have one more contestant. So what will happen afterwards, I will explain this already now. After the last contestant, I will obviously walk back in, but then the moment starts that you can start voting. So at that moment, the link for votes will be in the chat, and we will, if we're correct, give you QR codes in the theater to vote as well. Then we will have a presentation from Pablo San Gregorio, who talks about his experience as a game developer and a creative maker within Sickhouse. And then afterwards, we close the lines, we tally up the votes. Rafaela will play one more amazing song, and then we will have the results. But now it's time for the last contestant. And she is a visual artist from Greece who is currently for an Erasmus exchange in Poland. And with references from the culture of video games and the pop culture of cinema and series, as well as references of the science of biology, she creates works with social content that originate from memories that carry trauma. And through her work, she raises questions about climate change and the relation between humans and technology, and between humans and social media. So, to present her game Hydrofuture, Whispers from the Flooded Wasteland, this is Katarina Kore.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Everything's good. Are you sharing your screen?
Yes.
Okay. No. Yeah.
Tell me if you see my screen.
Yes. A surprising background.
Yeah.
It's all right.
And if you have sound.
We have sound. Okay. Our last contestants maybe figured out the sound.
Super. So,
Hi there, humans. Welcome to 2033. I am Katerina, and I'll be your guide for the next 3 minutes. So, Hydrofuture is still ongoing as a project, and it's a first-person video game. You're going to need only your mouse, your keyboard, and some kind of monster cards. So, as you already know, the world has fallen apart. Everything is under the sea. Most of the big cities are deserted, and people take refuge in swamps or in moldy, dark caves, or they try to rebuild their homes with cables, slime, more cables. The funny thing is that they still have this need constantly online. So most of the swamp people already have a device. It's a device that they can plug it in their head, and energy is being produced through their stem cells, and voila, you are a moving battery. You have your phone charged. But inside this game, you don't have that, and you need to find your way through. You're gonna find a laboratory, a lab persona, plenty of teeth, and pill software. If you happen to find any pill inside, just swallow it. We are tested. You're also gonna meet some creatures. Most of them are kind of animals or insects that have been mutated and adapted in this kind of low hydro environment. Most of them are friendly. You can, go near them, but be careful though. Hydrofuture offers you this kind of chance to explore this, let's say, possible future of our world. I'm really interested in human relations between, humans and technology, humans and their phones, and mostly, what are we willing to sacrifice in order to preserve this kind of digital self that with so much speed? Would you even trust, let's say, a future copy of yourself to make, some real important life decisions for you? That? And what about your safe place? I believe we all have one in our mind, a place that we can isolate from the rest of the world. But what if this kind of escape route ends up to be a trap? Just think about it. So I'm really glad that I'm presenting this part of a bigger project here. I hope you can support me and play the game. Thank you.
Beautiful. It's, wait, let's get back together. Oh, we were already here. Double.
And you still hear me?
Yeah, we can still hear you. You're still sharing your screen. If you unshare, then or stop sharing, unshare.
Mm-hmm. Stop share.
Yeah.
I did that. Okay.
Again. Wait, I have to find you back. You lost somewhere in... No, I lost my mouse. Ah! Sorry. I see you. Yes. You're back. Exactly. Thank you very much for this presentation. I definitely want to play this. It looks very intense also. You were showing some little object during your presentation. Are these some kind of controllers or some extra things to present the game, or what are these?
Because I'm hearing you with delays. You mean this kind of object that
yes.
Okay. This specific game, you can play it only with your mouse and your keyboard. It's a PC game, but also I'm building some kind of monster cards, and there is some kind of interactivity between some physical objects and the game. So you need to crack some codes using this kind of, numbers here, and then you can crack the code and write it down on the game, and then you can proceed some other things. So it's kind of a mix and match thing with some physical objects and the game.
Very cool. So if you would to publish the game, then you would send this little object also with it.
Yeah, definitely. It shouldn't be by itself. It should be, with more other physical objects that I am creating, to, you know, a more immersive like atmosphere. And yeah, it would totally be like an installation, not just
Yeah.
a simple game.
Yeah. And I heard you mention slime. Is this also something that we can use while playing the game? Everybody's smiling here. Can we have some slime when we play with you?
You can use it if you like. I haven't get there yet, but I'm definitely thinking, you know, to combine more senses in it.
Yes.
We have the sound, we have some image, but I'm thinking about what other kind of, you know, materialities we can have in the physical space. So slime would be a nice idea. Maybe I can use it somewhere. I don't know. It's still in progress.
Cool. We encourage the slime. No, I think it's very interesting. Sorry, you do. No, it's very interesting that you consider this the physical aspect of the world you're creating in digital, and that how are we connecting ourselves playing the game and the world in which we're playing. So this really cool. Thank you very much for your presentation. And
Thank you.
We're almost there, so stay with us a little bit. And now I think it's going to be time for vote. So, see.
Again, thank you so much. And I think as Pablo is setting up his presentation, can we give it up in the chat and here in the studio one more time for all these 12 amazing contestants? So, and I'm now looking at our amazing moderator, Jari. It is official time. We don't have a sound effect. I will do it myself. It is officially time to start voting. If it's correct, Jari will now put the link in the chat where everybody can vote. Okay, I do have to say, almost everybody here has their phone out, so I think you're all already in the chat. But for the people who are not in the chat, but are in the studio, we will give you a QR link to help you vote. I'm checking to the left how Pablo and Marie are doing. Not really good yet, which is okay. we are very accepting here for a little bit of chaos. But we are almost there. So, I don't have the list of all the games anymore, but think of the one that is your favorite. That is how it works. And then at the, oh my God, we're there. Oh, no, well, in that case, I will give this microphone to Pablo. Give it up for Pablo.
Hello, I will lower this a little bit. So, yeah, I'm gonna talk a little bit of my experience last year with Sickhouse. So, hey, I'm Pablo. I'm from Shaman Garage. Together I work with Ivan McGill, which is a comic artist, and Paco Portalo, a musician. So the three all together, we kind of formed this game studio, but not really. I mean, we kind of tried, okay? We started with classic rookie mistakes of trying to make this amazing open world game with a lot of cool concert art, a lot of prototypes, no money, trying to convince all our friends to come and join. Spent a lot of time actually. So yeah, we spent months there. And then we end up with having nothing. Again, more concept art, more cool ideas. The game was never done. We were so tired of this game development journey. So actually we thought, no, this is unsustainable. That's not the way. We need to actually finish something. And I remember when I visit Ivan in Barcelona, and we were in a bus talking like, yeah, we need to finish something, bro. Yeah, but what's the simplest game we can make? And we kind of remember those McDonald's game consoles that were given as a gift long time ago. And it's like, okay, yes, we can make one of these. And of course, in only one weekend, spoiler, it didn't happen. But yeah, for those who are not familiar with these toys that we mentioned, are those kind of alternative LCD consoles games, like the beginning of the portable game consoles was this. So if it was the beginning of the industry, it could be the beginning of our own studio. So we end up making LCD Odyssey. Woo! Our first ever made game, finished, polished. It took around thank you, 3 months, but we finished it. So, but after that, what's next? So we found this amazing video of Masahiro Sakurai, the creator of Super Smash Bros., and talk about the possibility of one button as an interaction, and we'll say, let's keep it simple this time. Let's try to make a game with only one button. And around that same time, we randomly found Sickhouse here in Enschede, and they were having the Sickhouse game pro trajectory of 2023. So we applied with our idea of we just want to make a game with one button, and they were like, okay, we trust you. You have a finished game already. So phew, the mission before was successful. And then we were introduced to the topic of art house games, and we were making games, but what is this thing with art house game? So thanks to them, we have the chance to go around different events. That's us talking in the Amaze, working on the previous Sickhouse space. We went to all sort of very art but playful exhibitions around the Netherlands, all sorts of events, meeting new people, other developers, and at the end we end up also every month we were part of the Colliders meetup, which is game creators hang out here to share our progress with the game, finding other interesting games and inspire each other. And this time, after a few months later, we managed to create Data Garden. We don't have audio, but at least I want to share the cool animations of my colleague Ivan. That's the teaser trailer we made. Of course, it's one button. It's very abstract still. We struggle a lot defining what the game is about, but it was showcased at the Overkill. Yeah. So that's us at the Overkill. We had the honor to be mentored by Zuraida Butter during this process. And yeah, Data Garden ended up being this click-and-click adventure about our digital interaction with our daily routine interaction with the digital world. So using the button as an input for us was just a technical challenge, but Sickhouse actually helped us to merge the alternative controller into the message of the game and combining a complete story that later on we managed to showcase at the Overkill with a cool installation, and we also, here you can see the result. It was really nice. We had the chance to show it in other event festivals like the Amaze and No Play This in London. So we are finally a game studio. Not really, because we call ourselves this super cool world of narrative studio, because we don't really see ourselves in this indie game industry of publishing games on Steam, even though Data Garden is in there. But we really like to explore the connection between playful, art, stories. So we also ended up making a workshop about collaborative world building with clay sculpting and photogrammetry. And also during this process, we managed to meet other developers, and we ended up collaborating with Sockpok, this is the world premiere of the next game of Shaman Garage. Human Souvenir. This is a little widget that you can have in your computer while you do serious stuff, and you need to take care of your little human. So the lore is that after your visit to the planet Earth vacation resort, you bought a little souvenir that you need to take care of your little human in there. Very needy, actually. Spoiler, it will not let you focus on your work, so it's gonna be soon at the end of this month. You can already wishlist on Steam. And so that was our story. I'm personally really thankful for being part of this community. For the ones who know it already, I bet you can say the same. For the new ones, I really recommend from people online to come to Enschede, to Overkill, and actually join our community. Join us for the Overkill and future events here. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Pablo, for that amazing presentation. And it is very mutual, as speaking for the whole community of Enschede. Thank you for being part of it, and also thank you for your colleague, Ivan, to be part of it as well. And this means that we have now, I will give you about 10 more seconds to put your vote in. No, not you. You have time. But for the voters, well, not that much actually, but for the voters online, you will get 10 more seconds to vote, and then we will take the link back offline, and then we tally up the votes, and then Raffaele will play one more time when I will be in the back counting all the votes and put it, not personally, but like if there is a computer program that helps me with that. I think it's time, Mathilde, to, sorry, I'm gonna interrupt you because she has my laptop, so she has to actually say inactive now, so that is, we're done. Inactive, the lines are closed. We now are gonna listen the last time to Raffaele with the last performance, the last musical performance of the night. Take it about 6 minutes. That would be a perfect time to do this. Thank you all so much, and we will see each other again after the music. Yay!
We'll entertain you until Niels is back with the vote. So just for the contestant, you're all now in the full screen. Everybody can see you. Thank you for still being awake or enjoying your afternoon tea. Really cool. I cannot say anything about the vote because I have no idea, but personally I had a lot of fun. I'm very thankful that you shared all this project with us, finished, unfinished, trying, experimental, and a lot of engaging projects. So that's very inspiring. Anyway, I did not vote. I can't vote. Seriously, I'm like, yes, we could do this at the overkill and this together would make so much sense. So yeah, that's gonna be difficult. Maybe there will be an ultimate person who won tonight, and secretly IKME, we're gonna call you all and say, okay, you can still come. Okay, no, I can't say this officially. Don't say it if this happened. Niels is back, so I can stop blabbering here. And we're gonna hear who's the ultimate masher. I don't know what's the title tonight. Yes.
The ultimate masher. I think that's the name. It's like making a stew or something. The ultimate masher. That's not a stew. I don't know. It's a Dutch thing. So before we are going, I counted all the votes, but before we are going to actually announce all the votes, because then it's going to be celebration, I first want to thank some people because like this show is definitely not made by just us. It's like a whole team. So, of course, first of all, thank you for all the participants who are joining from all over the world, taking like 4 hours of their time to be here. Then we want to thank, we can clap for everyone, but then it will take like 10 minutes. But I want to thank Mad TV. They are hosting the live stream, so they're like the professional camera images that you see. Job Boat, who is our sound person, who is sitting up there. Robert and Laura from the Vestzak Theater, where we are now, and 50% of them is also up there. And of course, our whole Sickhouse team, so Eike Lutkemuller and Marie Jeannin, who are the co-directors of Sickhouse and the Overkill Festival. I'm just gonna keep talking. Dagmar van der Boogaard, who is the bar manager. Jari Rabadan, who is the social media manager. Puk Verras, who is the queen of tabletop role-playing games. And Chris Spruitenberg, who actually doesn't even work for us anymore, but he came specifically back to help us with the show. And a special mention also for Patricia Reyes, who helped us with all the resources about Palestina. Okay. three more things. We need to thank Stimuleringsfonds and gemeente Enschede, who make sure that all our Sickhouse programs are possible. And most of all our amazing volunteers who really make everything possible. Last but not least, the jury, who decided on 50% of the votes, which now I have in my... Clap for the jury. So, without further ado, it's actually time to announce the results. And we had amazing contestants and applications, and we couldn't fit everybody in the program. But those were really hard decisions because we loved all the projects. So even if you don't end up very high, don't be sad because everything is really amazing. I know we're on YouTube, otherwise I would have used a bad word. But now, without further ado, I'm gonna go from the last one to the first one. Again, even if you're last one, it's not bad. But with that being said, the last place is for Kitchen Royale. And following up is Blink and Die Replay. And then we have RORO. Following them is the Phaistos discussions. Then we get Footsy. I see a lot of strong opinions already about everyone here. Following up is Eixogen. Then we go to the Sticky Glade 3D. I can't see behind me, but I hope they all have really interesting reactions. Following up is A World Without You. Then we go to Yeah, I've Seen That. We're entering the top 3 now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we are entering the top 3 now. On the 3rd place is BADABEAM. And now it's getting, we need like a, I'm doing it. Can everybody do it, please? On 2nd place. Yeah, I know, but well, I can't just skip a name. On the 2nd place is Hydrofuture, Whispers of a Flooded Wasteland. Which means that Claire Kwong with Between is the winner of the Ultimate IndieMash 2024. Marie, do you want to go into Zoom and talk to Claire? Yes.
Wait a minute. Oh, this is here. Claire is super big. Yay! Congratulations, Claire! What? She's unmuted. Can you say something? Then we see if you can hear you.
Yeah, I really don't know what to say. This game was amazing. I don't know what to say. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Then, yay.
Yeah, thank you so much for this opportunity. This is amazing. Like, what a concept, what a show. Like, it was so great to see games by everybody all around the world and to see them as if I were, playing them. Wow, thank you.
Cool. Yeah.
I'm so excited. Yeah.
Yeah, we are also very excited, and I think you have to come back to Europe at the end of the year, and I think everybody felt like touchy, so that's a good sign. That's a good.
Get ready to touch.
Yes, yes.
All right.
Very cool. Yeah, I don't know, we just like very happy that you join us at the Overkill, and you're gonna receive via the post at some point
thank you.
the
Yeah.
trophy that is not designed yet, but it's coming. Just like to brag a little bit about this win. But indeed, just for all the other contestants, I'm happy you had a good time also watching the rest. So this is really cool. Thank you for staying with us all this time, and yeah, very proud and very happy to welcome you in the next edition of the Overkill from 20 to 24 of November. So save the date. I hope you're free. Now you have to come. But that was it for me, right? And then we can bring everybody back.
Yeah.
Yes. Cool. Thank you, Claire.
Thank you so much.
Once again, also thank you so much for watching at home. Thank you for being here in the theater. Thank you so much, Raffaele Andrade, for making the amazing music. Let's give it one more time. And have an amazing evening, and we see you all at the Overkill Festival 2024.
Like a clap out. I think the stream will stay.